cold and the weather, we've all got spring on the brain, right? And maybe you've only thought about spring cleaning in terms of straightening up and clearing out your physical space. But what about applying that same principle to your love life? So our guest today has tips for doing just that. Welcome the founder of marriage materials dating site, Dana Michel. We want to welcome you to our show.
Thanks for having me.
Spring cleaning the love life. You're an expert on dating. What does that mean to spring clean your love life?
It means just like you toss out the old things in your house and freshen it up, you should do the same with your love life so that you can make room for something new and better.
What types of things can get old and musty when it comes to relationships? What do you think? I mean, where are the areas you see? I'm serious, where people kind of need to, spice things up.
Well, spice things up, or just, for instance, don't date random. So if you're looking for something serious and committed, then you shouldn't date someone who's looking for something casual. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's the wrong thing for you if you want something more significant.
So another being very clear and definitive about our choices.
Especially when they tell you up front. Don't assume you're going to change this person.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to be
that tends to be the rabbit hole of hoping that the person will change, or I can change them over time.
Right. So. Well, I love this example we have because we got to face it. We do live in a digital world now. Let's take a look at the perfect movie clip to offer some insight to dating in the new age.
But it's not just texting. It's email. It's voicemail. It's snail mail. That's regular mail. Whatever, none of it's working. I had this guy leave me a voicemail at work, so I called him at home. And then he emailed me to my BlackBerry, and so I texted to his cell, and then he emailed me to my home account, and the whole thing just got out of control.
It's very confusing. Yes. And now we've got social media in the mix. So what kind of advice do you have for us when we're dating someone new when it comes to technology?
So, okay, I have two key things. One is that you should look at your social media and make sure that it's not a shrine to your ex, or you don't have clad women on your Facebook.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right?
I agree with that.
That is a very big turn off. Let's face it, everyone Googles, your name as soon as they hear it so that they can figure out if they want to go on a date with you or not.
Sure.
And to kind of get some information on you. So take it down.
Okay.
If you went on a vacation with your ex last year, you should take it down. You can keep it for your own personal history, but there's no need for the world to see.
Do we want to keep it for our personal history?
Well, that depends on the person. It depends on the experience.
But kind of treat it like a job interview. You don't want any of that stuff up there.
And the other thing is that social media conveys a sense of intimacy that doesn't necessarily exist. So what I encourage everyone to do is make sure that you go offline and actually use the same instincts and intuition that you use when you go on date face-to-face. Because people feel very comfortable when they're texting and behind a computer, but you really don't know the person on the other side. So don't get lulled into a false sense of intimacy.
You can get so personal when it's safe and you're behind here
and you feel like you know the person, and in truth, you've never really met them.
Can we talk about your dating site for a second? Because it's called Marriage Material. It's for marriage-minded people.
Absolutely.
So do you find that people who have the goal of I want to get married have an easier or a tougher time dating? Because I feel like that could go both ways.
Well, the reason why I created it is to make it easier, right? Because what I found is a difference in gender. So a man is confident and sexy and in control when he says, I'm looking for someone, and he knows what he wants. Women, on the other hand, can come across as too aggressive, don't ask too soon, needy, but yet you don't want to waste time. So I wanted to create something that kind of served as a screener so that we both know what we're looking for. That doesn't mean that every date you go on, that person is the right one for you, but at least you are like-minded, and you don't have to ask that. You don't have to sit across from the table and say, I wonder if he's interested in getting married and having kids.
Awesome stuff. I think it's great. It's a good way to kind of clear the clutter, as you're saying, and we both know what we want out of this.
Right, to use spring as a fresh start.
Awesome. I want to thank you for coming here and giving us your advice. And if you guys want to find out more on love and marriage or visit Dana's website, head to marriagematerial.co and you will find everything you need. Thanks again.